Okay, in this video, we're going to discuss the basic trigonometric ratios. Now, before discussing the basic trigonometric ratios, we need to understand what a right-angled triangle is, because all of these basic trigonometric ratios can only be applied on a right-angled triangle. If you don't have a right-angled triangle, they cannot be applied. Okay? What are those basic trigonometric ratios? Of sine, cosine, and tan. Okay? Now, what is a right angle triangle? A right angle triangle is such a triangle in which one of the angles is 90. Okay? And 90-degree angle is represented by this symbol. The side which is opposite to the 90-degree angle is the hypotenuse. And we represent this side by the letter H, the capital H or the small h. Okay. Now, there are some other sides of a right angle triangle as well. The side which is opposite to my angle, either it's known or the unknown. If I'm using that angle in my trigonometric ratio, the side which will be opposite to that angle would be known as the opposite, and that is represented by the letter O. And the side which is adjacent to the angle is known as the adjacent. But remember one thing, that there are two adjacent sides for this angle. This one and this one, this one and this one. But I already know that this side is opposite the 90-degree angle. So this would be known as the hypotenuse, which would be represented by H. Since this one is left, this would be the adjacent. Okay, adjacent is this, which would be represented by the letter A. Okay. अब यहाँ पे देख लेते हैं ना, my angle over here has moved a little. Okay. I have my angle over here. When I change the position of the angle, my adjacent and opposite sides are going to change as well. Okay. Now, this side which is opposite to the angle would become the opposite. This would become the opposite. I'll represent this by O. The side which is opposite the 90-degree angle is my hypotenuse. I'll represent this by H. And this side which is left, which is adjacent to my angle, is A. One thing that you need to remember again, that adjacent are both of these sides are adjacent, but one of these sides is hypotenuse. Obviously, the other side would be the adjacent. Now let's talk about the three trigonometric ratios that we are going to use to find the side of the one of the side of the triangle or the angle, interior angle of a triangle. That is sine theta equals to opposite upon hypotenuse, cos theta equals to adjacent upon hypotenuse, and tan theta equals to opposite upon adjacent. Okay. How do you need to remember all of these trigonometric ratios? Because they're not given in the paper. For that, you need to remember so, ka, twa. Repeat after me. So, ka, twa. Okay. So, ka, twa. Okay. So what is so? So is sine theta equals to opposite upon hypotenuse. What is ka? Ka is cos theta equals to adjacent upon hypotenuse. And what is twa? Twa is tan theta equals to opposite upon the adjacent. Okay. Now, whenever you are going to do any of these questions related to sine, cos, and tan, just write these down first. Okay. So ka, twa ko pehle likh lein, and then attempt the questions. Okay. हम देखेंगे हम लोगों को कैसे यूज कर रहे हैं. ठीक है. Over here, in the first few questions, I'm going to find an angle using the sine, cos, and tan trigonometric ratios, and then we're going to find the sides. ठीक है. अब now over here in this question, this angle is unknown to me. ठीक है. अब जब कभी भी आपको राइट एंगल ट्राइंगल नजर आ रही है, आपको पता है कि आप यहाँ पे अपने ट्रिग्नोमेट्रिक रेशियोज लगा सकते हैं. ठीक है. To find the angle. Okay. How are you going to apply? You're going to first figure out what these sides represent. Since this side is opposite to my angle, so I'll write O over here. And since this side is opposite the 90-degree angle, I'll write H over here. Okay? Is there a trigonometric ratio which connects O and H? Yes, there is. And that is of so, which is sine equals to sine theta equals to opposite upon hypotenuse. I'll write O upon H. Remember, I have to find theta. So I'll have sine theta equals to opposite, which is 7, hypotenuse, which is 15, 7 upon 15. So I'll get theta equals to sine. अब sine ना दूसरी side पे जाके sine inverse हो जाता है. Sine inverse 7 upon 15. Use your calculator to find the answer for this question. Sine inverse 7 upon 15 is 27.8 degrees. So my value of my angle is 27.8 degrees. Okay, the value of this theta is 27.8 degrees. Let's take another question. Over here, I can see that this is a right angle triangle. Okay, and I have to find the value of this theta. If I have to find the value of theta and I have a right angle triangle, I can apply my trigonometric ratios. Okay. The first thing that I have to do before applying the trigonometric ratios is label the sides. Okay, label the sides. This side would be the opposite, since this is opposite the right angle triangle, opposite the angle, sorry, opposite this angle would be opposite. This would be the hypotenuse because this is opposite my right angle. This would be the hypotenuse, and this one, which is left, would be the adjacent. So yeah, I have been given the adjacent and the hypotenuse, and I have been asked to find this angle theta. अब I need to think कि यार मुझे कौन सा trigonometric ratio यूज करना है from so, ka and toa. ठीक है, I have been given the adjacent and the hypotenuse. I'll be making use of ka. Okay, so ka is cos theta equals to adjacent upon hypotenuse. Adjacent, the value of the adjacent is 3, the value of the hypotenuse is 5. So I'm going to get cos theta equals to 3 upon 5, and theta would be equal to cos inverse 3 upon 5, and the value of cos inverse 3 upon 5 gives me 51.1 degrees. Okay, let's take another question over here. Just move this on the side. In this question, again, I have a right angle triangle, okay, which is very important if I have to apply if I have to apply my trigonometric ratios. Over here, I have been given the opposite, okay, which is 7, and the adjacent, which is 6. Okay, this is not the adjacent because this is my hypotenuse. So I've been given the opposite and the adjacent. Is there a trigonometric ratio which connects the opposite and the adjacent? Yes, there is. And that is toa, which is tan theta equals to opposite upon adjacent. Okay, so my value of the opposite is 7, value of the adjacent is 6, and I have to find the value of theta. My पास theta क्या हो जाएगा? Theta would be equal to tangent inverse 7 upon 6, and tan inverse 7 upon 6 is equals to 49.4 degrees. Okay. अब हम लोगों ने यहाँ पे साइड्स एंगल्स निकालना सीख लिए. अब हम लोग साइड्स निकालना फिगर आउट करेंगे कि ट्रिग्नोमेट्रिक रेशियोज के थ्रू साइड्स कैसे निकालते हैं. Again, the steps are still the same. It has to be a right angle triangle. I have to label my sides. ठीक है, I have to label O, H and A on my sides before I am finding anything. सही. तो पहले क्या करना है हम लोगों को देखना है कि हमें ये साइड निकालनी है. सही. Now this side is opposite to the 30-degree angle, so this would be O. This side is adjacent to the 30-degree angle because this won't be the adjacent. Okay, this is the hypotenuse. This is the adjacent. So yeah, so I have to find x. I have which is my opposite, and I have been given the angle and the adjacent. Okay, so is there a trigonometric ratio which connects O and A? तो हम लोग फिर वही लिखेंगे. So ka and toa. So yeah, so I can see that tangent. And this one connects O with A, so I know that tangent theta equals to opposite upon the adjacent. So the value of the opposite is x, adjacent is 6, and I know the value of the angle over here, which is equal to 30 degrees. So मैं इसको यहाँ पे plug in कर दूँगा. So I'll get tangent 30 equals to x upon 6. In order to get the value of x, I'll make x the subject and I'll multiply 6 on the other side. Remember that 6 will not get multiplied with the angle. 6 will get multiplied by the whole tangent function. तो ये पूरे से multiply होगा. ठीक है. So I'll write x equals to 6 tan 30. Now my value of 6 tan 30 is 2 under root 3 or 3.46. Okay, so the value of this side is 3.46. आगे चलता है. Now let's find the value of this side. देखते हैं. पहली चीज क्या करनी है? The first thing that I have to do is I have to mark the letters. So yeah, so this side is opposite my 60-degree angle, so this would be O. This side is opposite my 90-degree angle, so this would be H. So yeah, so I know that there is a trigonometric ratio which connects O with H, okay, and that is of sine theta equals to opposite upon the hypotenuse. So yeah, so I have sine 60 equals to opposite is 5, hypotenuse is x. Remember, I have x in my denominator. I can swap x with sine 60, or if you don't understand that, क्रॉस मल्टीप्लाई, मेरे पास जाएगा x sin 60 equals to 5. I get x equals to 5 upon sin 60. So the value of x would become 5 upon sin 60, which is equal to 5.77 units. अभी करेंगे सेंटीमीटर में पता चलेगा. Yeah, so the value of x is 5.77 centimeters. ठीक है. एक और question करता है. In this question, I have what? I have to find this x. ठीक है. I have this angle 20 degrees. The side opposite to 20 would be the opposite. The side opposite the 90-degree angle is the hypotenuse. I'll write h over here. This side adjacent to the angle. There are two adjacent sides. This and this. Okay, this is the hypotenuse. So this one is left. This would be the adjacent. So yeah. So is there a trigonometric ratio which connects A with H? Yes, that is ka, which is cos theta equals to adjacent upon the hypotenuse. So yeah. So I have been given the value of the angle, which is 20, which is cos 20 equals to adjacent is x. I'll write x over here. Hypotenuse is 15, and we'll write 15 over here. So in order to find the value of x and make x a subject, remember that 15 will get won't get multiplied with 20. 15 will get multiplied by the whole trigonometric ratio of cos 20. So I get 15 cos 20 as my value of x. So देख लेते हैं 15 cos 20 क्या आता है. This is 14.1 centimeters. 14.09, if you round that off to one decimal place or three significant figures, you're going to get 14.1 centimeters. Yeah, I hope it's clear now. जो हम लोग कर रहे हैं, how am I using sine, cos, and tan to figure out my angle and my side. Now let's do a few more questions. Before doing those questions, there will be a mix of trigonometric ratios and the Pythagoras theorem. So there are a few things that we need to understand. अच्छा, Pythagoras theorem कब लगाते हैं? Pythagoras theorem जब लगाएंगे कि if I have been given two sides and I have to find the third side, I'll be applying the Pythagoras theorem. ठीक है? Trigonometric ratios कब लगाएंगे? जब मुझे दो sides given होंगी, मुझे angle निकालना होगा. ठीक है? If I have to find the angle and I have been given the two sides, I'll be applying the trigonometric ratios. ठीक है? Trigonometric ratios जब कब और दफा भी लगा सकते हैं? I've been given one angle, one side, and I have to find the other side. ठीक है? I've been given one angle, one side, and I have to find the other side. I'll be applying my trigonometric ratios. Now let's look at a few questions over here. यहाँ पे I have two right angled triangles. ठीक है? One is ADC, and the other one is ABD. Okay. I have been given AB as 16, AD as 20, CD as 15 centimeters. Okay. Examiners is asking me to find the value of BD. ठीक है? अगर आपको BD निकालना है, so I'll be making use of this right angled triangle to find the value of BD. So yeah. अब इस राइट एंगल ट्रायंगल को अगर आप थोड़ा सा ऑब्जर्व करें तो आपको एक चीज नजर आएगी, वो क्या है कि दिस साइड इज ऑपोजिट द 90 डिग्री एंगल, सो दिस वुड बी द हाइपोटेन्यूज. ठीक है? दिस इज द एडजेसेंट. yeah, but would I be using my trigonometric ratios over here? No, I won't be using the trigonometric ratios because I have the two sides, ठीक है, and I have to find the third side. ठीक है? If I have two sides and I have to find the third side, I'll be making use of the Pythagoras theorem. ठीक है? तो Pythagoras theorem के through अगर BD निकालना है, so I know that h squared, Pythagoras theorem says h squared equals to o squared plus a squared. So yeah, so h is 20 squared, o is 16 squared, and a is BD. Okay, so a is my BD. Sorry, let's fold लिख दिया मैंने. O is BD, मतलब सोच कर सकते हैं, O is BD and A would be 16 squared. So yeah. So in order to find the value of BD, I'll take this on the other side. I'll get BD squared equals to 20 squared minus 16 squared. And the value of BD would be under root 20 squared minus 16 squared. Under root 20 squared minus 16 squared gives me 12. So, yeah, so the value is coming out as 12. So I can write it over here. So yeah. Now I have to find out BC. Again, you can see you have this is a right angle triangle. ठीक है? क्योंकि अगर ये 90 है तो ये भी 90 ही होगा. This is a right angle triangle. Okay. You have been given two sides and you have to find the third side, which is BC. So you're going to apply the Pythagoras theorem over here, not your trigonometric ratios. Okay. So if you apply the Pythagoras theorem, तो आपको पता है कि आपके पास पहली चीज क्या है, ये जो है ये this is opposite the 90 degree angle, which will be the hypotenuse. You can either take this as the opposite and this as the adjacent. It's your choice. ठीक है, तो मेरे पास कर देगा again h square equals to o square plus a square. तो मेरे पास हो जाएगा क्या, एक मिनट की चीज दिखा दे, हाँ, h square equals to a square plus o square. So h is 15, so I write 15 square. A is 12 plus o is bc, that is what I have to find. So I'll make bc squared the subject, so I'll get 15 squared plus minus 12 squared. So yeah, so the value of bc would be under root 15 squared minus 12 squared, and under root 15 squared minus 12 squared comes out as 9. So yeah, so the value of BC is 9 centimeters. I'll write 9 centimeters over here. अब मुझे क्या करना है? I have to find BDC. BDC is this angle over here. ठीक है? This is the angle that I have to find. Remember that this is the right angle triangle. Right angle triangle है, so in order to find the angle, I can make use of my trigonometric ratios. ठीक है? अब since I have been given all of these sides, all of the sides of a triangle, I can use any of the trigonometric ratios. Why? Because let's say मेरे पास यहाँ पे क्या है? This would be the opposite. So I'll write over here. This would be my adjacent. So yes, I have the opposite, I have the adjacent, I have the hypotenuse. मैं फिर तीनों जैसे कोई सा भी trigonometric ratio use कर सकता हूँ. So का या ट्वा, ठीक है? Let's use sine. So yeah. तो मेरे पास क्या हो जाएगा? Sin theta. I'll get sine theta equals to, theta is this angle that I have to find, opposite upon hypotenuse. ठीक है? Opposite is 9, hypotenuse is 15. So I'll get right 9 upon 15. The value of theta comes out as sine inverse 9 upon 15, and sine inverse 9 upon 15 क्या होता है? Sine inverse 9 upon 15 is 36.9 degrees. The value of theta would be 36.9 degrees. Okay. One last question and then we're going to end the video over here. It's saying the diagram shows the triangle ABC and the perpendicular AD from A to the side BC. Using the information on the diagram, calculate AD. अब since it's saying perpendicular का मतलब है कि right angle बन रहा है, सही है? तो right angle is over here as well as over here, सही है? But I have to find AD. Remember, whenever you have two sides and you have to find the third side, you're going to apply the Pythagoras theorem. So in order to find AD, you're going to apply the Pythagoras theorem. Just figure out क्या ये sides क्या represent कर रही हैं. Since this side is opposite the right angle, so I'll have this as H. You can take this as A and this as O. ठीक है? So I'll get H squared equals to A squared plus O squared. Okay, so H squared would be 6 squared, A squared would be 5 squared, plus O is my unknown, which is AD, which I have to find. So my AD squared would be equal to 6 squared minus 5 squared, and AD would be equal to under root 6 squared minus 5 squared. So under root 6 squared minus 5 squared would be under root 11, which is equal to 3.32 centimeters. So I got the value of AD as 3.32 centimeters. I'm going to write that down over here. I have to find the value of AB. Again, अब यहाँ पे मुझे angle मिला हुआ है. I know an angle. I know a side. I have to find another side. ठीक है? तो I'll have to apply my trigonometric ratios. ठीक है? मुझे दो sides नहीं मिली हुई. दो sides अगर मुझे मिली होती तो मैं third side निकालने के लिए Pythagoras theorem लगाता था. I won't be applying the Pythagoras theorem. I'll be applying my trigonometric ratios because I've been given an angle and a side, and I have to find another side. Okay. So this is my side AB. I'll take that as X. Okay. So what is the side AB? The side AB is the hypotenuse. So I'll write H over here. 35 degrees. Sorry, this side is opposite my angle. So this would be O. So yeah. तो मेरे पास क्या हो जाएगा? O और H को कौन सा trigonometric ratio connect करता है? Just sine theta equals to opposite upon hypotenuse. So I'll get sine 35 equals to opposite, which is 3.32 upon the hypotenuse, which is X. ठीक है? So I can make X the subject and I can write 3.32 upon sine 35. I'll get the value of X. So 3.32 upon sine 35. It gives me the value of X as 5.79. 5.79. ठीक है? I hope क्या आपको सब कुछ समझ में आ गया होगा? If there are still some concepts that are not clear, you can mention them in the comments below. There are some other videos for trigonometry that will be posted later for sine rule and the cos rule and the area of triangle using sine. Okay, do watch those videos as well. Thank you.